Okay, boom. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host, with the most King True, Tozenberg, Benny Bo, don't want the word, don't want the flow. And we coming at you live, man, at 7:03. And we got a special guest with us, man. IBM HOO4lum in the house, man. We about to be chopping it up with IBM.
Did you try again?
IBM HOO4lum right here, man. And we're gonna get right to it, bro. You can hear me? Hey, you can hear me, bro? I just want to make sure. Take off this widget real quick. Um, you can hear me, gang? Cause it says you was muted, so I just want to make sure you can hear me. Uh, hey, bro, you can hear me? I just want to make sure you can hear me, gang. Cause it says you was muted. Hold on. Um, Hold on, y'all. We having technical difficulty. You can hear me now, gang?
Yeah, I can hear you. My wife called and fucked it up, bro.
Nah, you Gucci, bro. I just want to make sure that it wasn't shit on my end. 'Cause I thought that I had muted you or something by accident or some shit. That's all I was like, what's going on? But okay,
Right.
boom, man. So okay, yeah, man. We got a
Hold
special
on. Let
guest
me
with us right here. Go ahead,
let me
bro.
let me post your link real quick so I
Okay,
can
yeah.
get into my story. Hold on.
Bet.
Boom, boom, boom.
But yeah, man, if you guys are just timing in, we got a special guest with us right here, man. IBM Hoodlum, man, out of Integrity Before Money. Um, what's it called, bro? Just for an icebreaker, about how long have you been doing the music side of things for?
Well, I wasn't the one really into the music. I was just more of part of the business side of
Okay.
everything and uh content and shit like that. You feel me? We had a couple. We still got artists, but we had more artists than we got now. But a lot of shit went sideways with one of our artists due to the shit that that happened with Whack. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay, I forgot bro's name, but he's another person from IBM, and he's a rapper. We were supposed to do
Supposed
an
to do it.
interview too. I'm trying to think of bro's name.
Was it Beaters?
It might have been Beathers or the other. It's a he was the one that went on. I don't know if you was there, but when Loose Cannon he pulled up to my boys over there at Down to Earth podcast with my guy Sean Myrie,
Oh yeah,
it
you.
whole IBM crew that was up there.
And what did he look like?
Shit. He had like longer. I think he had dreads, like
Oh
long.
yeah,
He had
that
longer.
that. So yeah, that was my homie. That's from my neighborhood. That's the one that turned sour due to the Wax shit. That's Gizzy.
Oh, okay. That's probably
Yeah,
what
we don't.
happened then. Okay,
Yeah,
for sure.
we don't fuck with blood no more.
Okay. Nah, for sure. Okay, yeah, and like I wonder whatever happened to Blood and shit because we had like 2 interviews locked in and then he kept rescheduling it and then I never heard from him again and shit.
Hey, you want to know what's crazy about that? You know, what you just told me is because the man got talent, bro. He got talent out of this world. Like he
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
the ones that's rare. And when I'm the one that introduced him to everything. I'm the one that brought him to Loose. I'm the
yeah.
one that
Okay.
brought him to the homie and, put him in IBM and put him in play to be in position with the other people like Wag and on Hunter side, everybody that's involved in that whole situation at the time. And I know the talent because Gizzy was like my brother, bro. Like we got history. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And Gizzy was one of the individuals who, to me, it seemed like he wanted a way of coming up the easy way. He didn't want to have to get it out the mud like most artists do. He wanted somebody to just open the door for him.
Yeah,
And um, when I brought him into the limelight with, doing all the podcasts and getting that notoriety,
yeah,
uh, I would line him up with plays and interviews, like you said. I had big plays for old boy. You feel me?
yeah,
And
yeah, for sure.
um, when I would run him past him, he would turn it down because his exact words to me was, "I ain't no internet nigga. I'm a gangster." Now I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Um, that didn't sit well with me because this is somebody that I know personally, that I have been in situations where shit that hit the fan,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
for
I and
sure.
I I know his true colors. But me being like his brother, I overlook that shit. So when he say shit to me like that, I'm like, bro, we didn't been in sticky situations, and I didn't see you tuck your tail. So that shit was stupid to me. So I'm telling him like, man, I don't know what you think this is. You think this shit come overnight, and it don't. These opportunities that I'm lining you up for, you need to take them, bro. You so busy, you know, worried about the internet shit and what niggas gonna think. A lot of artists that make it today come from the internet, from TikTok and shit like that. This is your opportunity. Why are you
That's
blowing
real,
it?
bro. Yeah, hell
Right?
yeah.
You feel me? And he got
Yeah.
just a little bit too cocky about it, and he might have had that opportunity to blow before shit hit the fan if he had took those opportunities that I was presenting to him, and he turned them down, bro, all over because I'm a gangster. I'm not an internet nigga. But you on Instagram every day dropping shit on Instagram. It didn't make sense. That's the internet. This is how you. A lot of people don't understand these social media platforms is how you promo. This is how they eat. Look what Boosie went through every time they snatched his motherfucking Instagram account. That hurts. This is your promo. This
Everything.
is how you eat. These is where your numbers come from. You see what I'm saying? If you got a show in a major city, how do you promo that besides the promoters in just in that city? How do you promo outside of that? Through your social media. And he
That's
didn't
real.
understand that. You know what I mean? The internet is how you expand now. I'm sorry, but we have to do it this way. We have to use these social media platforms, to get, our notoriety from people. I'm just being
That's
honest.
real,
But
bro. That's
he
real.
was trying to play gangster and he wasn't a gangster, bro. Like I said, I knew Blood personally. I've been in situations where I had to put hands on niggas because he didn't want to get down. And he'll lie about it, but I knew him very well. So that shit was fugazi to me. You feel me? So
Nah, for sure. I mean, like that really goes back to say this. Like, what's crazy about it is, bro. Like now, labels they're not even really worried about how many people are listening to your music. They're looking at the followers that you have on TikTok, and
yeah, that's what they
that's
do.
how they go off of it now. They go
Right,
off of that as your image now, bro. So that's definitely a big part of marketing for you is
right,
TikTok and other social media platforms. So definitely, he blocked his blessings. I hate to
right,
say it, but he blocked his blessings. It sounded like, you know what I'm saying. I only spoke
right,
to the gentleman. I spoke to him 2 or 3 times. You feel me? Never over the phone, just text or whatever. So I can't really sit here and be like, oh yeah, bro, it seemed like whoop whoop or whatever. You feel me? Because I don't know him personally, bro. But just the way that we had our conversation, he seemed, you feel me, like a genuine person. He didn't really come at me like, I'm too big or like I'm too big for the internet persona type of shit. Like, oh, like
right,
I don't want to be around the camera type shit because like I'm really hard. I'm with this. I really stick to the G code type shit. Like I'm really like I'm really like that to the point
Right.
where I'm not gonna be on this internet shit. You feel me? That
Right.
wasn't the way that he portrayed himself to me, bro. So I didn't see that side. But that is crazy, bro, that he did block those blessings and shit. When's the last time that you spoke to Luce, bro?
I talk to Luce every day. He ain't called today though, which he usually call every day, so he might be on lockdown. But he called me every day, bro. I speak to Luce every day.
Okay, okay. And is there anything else going on like right now with artists, like far as you said you guys still have artists, so do you still kind of try, like when he calls, do you play some, you know, samples of what's going on right now with the
I mean,
different artists and shit to keep them up to date on shit?
the only one that actually still putting out music is Beaters. You feel me? I mean,
Okay.
IBM only had three artists that was actually rappers, and I'm the one that brought Gizzy, and it was just Loose and Beaters. And then when I introduced Gizzy to Loose, because I was already shooting Loose his music, because it's like my brother. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
him
for
in the
sure.
door, and Loose and him like, okay, dude, hard, like I want to fuck with him. So boom, I introduced him to Loose. You know what I mean? But ever since that happened, and then Loose got indicted, it's really left on Beaters. You know what I mean? IBM, like I said, it's a record label, and it has a talent part of it too. It's not just what everybody assume it is. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, okay, for sure. Okay, so kind of break it down to me a little bit how IBM like started.
Um, I wasn't around when it first started. Um, this is something that Loose Cannon uh put into development years ago, well before. um I wouldn't say I was around. I knew him, but I wasn't around to be part of when everything came together. See, people,
Okay.
people, you will hear it on the internet, and this is something, a narrative that Wack spent, and he used my bros, the dude Gizzy, to do it. Right? He had Gizzy tell people I ain't never met the homie. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? I've been knowing Wack no. Wack no. If anybody know Wack no, I've been knowing the homie for 10 years, bro. And I tell people all the time, like, y'all really gonna run with that on the internet? Y'all really believe I ain't never met the homie? It's crazy. But I like when they do it, because as
Yeah.
long as you say IBM Hoodlum on the internet, that's all I need you to do. So as long as people don't understand, when you hate, that's more money in my pocket, because my name just gonna keep ringing bells. This is
Oh
gonna keep
yeah.
bringing in the algorithm and numbers. So I let
Nah,
them
for
roll with
sure.
that shit. Go
For
ahead.
sure, for
Think what
sure.
y'all want to think. If y'all really think that me and the homie ain't never met, y'all fucking crazy, bro. They stupid. What they expect on the internet is you to be all on the camera, all in the pictures. I'm the nigga that sit back in the cut, bro. I do what I do from my end, but when we a team and we move, I'm the one sitting back in the cut you ain't gonna never see. I'm the one that's not gonna get caught up in no shit. But
Okay.
when it's go
Okay.
time, I'm gonna go every
Yeah,
time, bro.
yeah, yeah. For sure, for sure,
But
for
that's
sure.
what they expecting. Well, we ain't never seen you in no videos, and because I didn't want to be. You see what I'm saying? Not
Okay.
being caught up in that type of shit is what keep you out of, being locked up and shit
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
when
yeah.
shit
Nah,
goes
for sure,
south.
for
You
sure.
feel me? So, but that's how they see it. You know what I mean? They're like, well, why you don't never? I'm not that type of nigga. I'm not finna be all in no videos. I'm not taking no pictures. I'm not doing none of that shit, bro.
Okay, nah, for sure, for sure. So I would say, okay, so let me word this a little bit differently. Okay, so cause shit, I thought that you might have had like some music that you did yourself. I thought that you were an actual artist
Nah.
from IBM. Okay, so okay, let's do this different way then. Okay, so for Icebreaker, bro, about how long have you been doing the content side of stuff, reaction videos, different things like that? Like how long have you been in the YouTube space?
Well, I've been dealing with content for like 9 years, bro.
Okay.
And even though I was with IBM, I wasn't the one doing the content. I just recently I got into the YouTube shit about almost a year ago, and
Okay.
I wasn't really fucking with it like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
only
yeah.
started dealing with it because we had somebody that ran our content for IBM. It was a cat named Misguided Media. I don't know if you ever came
Yeah, yeah.
across.
Shout out to Misguided
Yeah,
Media. I
yeah,
definitely have reacted to their stuff before.
yeah. Misguided Media used to run our content for us, but Misguided Media, I'm very loyal, bro. I'm a stand up loyal nigga, bro. I don't do no sourness. I don't do no fake shit, no none of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. For sure.
Uh, misguided, took my kindness for weakness, and he felt like he can come to me after some time and started smutting Loose behind his back. So that didn't sit right with me. As me being who I am as a man,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
let
for
Loose
sure.
know. Loose got rid of him. But once that happened, Loose knew I had the background with creating and doing content throughout the year. So he came to me like, we need somebody to run our content. You want to just do it? I was like, fuck it. I did a different type of content. You know what I mean? I used to
Yeah,
fuck with
yeah,
like
yeah.
streaming platforms, like video games and shit. You feel me?
Okay, okay.
So he was like, just try it. You know, you never know where it's gonna go.
Yeah,
And
yeah, for sure.
that shit exploded out of nowhere. And I was consistent with it for like before I even got to YouTube, it was just Instagram. Like the first 4 months on Instagram, I had like 5 million views on my account, bro. Then he was, telling me for the team to start a YouTube for the team, which I did. If you go in there and like in the beginning of the YouTube channel, you'll see we had like an IBM team meeting. We had a bunch of stuff we did on there, but it wasn't serious. I didn't take it serious. We just used it for our exposure a little bit. You feel me?
Okay.
The YouTube started to grow and got where it got when we started funking with Whack Punk Ass. When I went live because of a situation and I was just like ranting about what the nigga was doing, that shit exploded the first time, bro. I had 200 viewers my first real live, bro. That shit was insane. So that's pretty much where the YouTube shit came in at. And I just kept my foot on the gas doing that shit for a couple months. But what slowed me down for like 8 months was we was in the process of selling our house. We had moved to a 200-acre ranch. So that
Okay,
move
okay.
is what caused me to slow down for all in months. And like I said, the issue with Whack, I typically was only using the YouTube once we started beefing with Whack to pretty much defend Loose because when Loose got indicted, you know, Loose was already bumping heads with Whack 2 weeks before he
Yeah,
got indicted. So when the
yeah,
homie got indicted, the nigga Whack felt like the homie couldn't defend himself, so he started lying on the homie, smutting the homie, making shit up on the homie. So Whack an internet nigga. So I started going at him, and I started using the YouTube to respond. So that's pretty much what I was only using it for. So when we made the move to the ranch, that was a long process, bro. I had died down for a bit. But I'm well connected with a lot of the celebrity niggas, bro. Like really, really connected.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I was being sent shit through phone calls with big artists and Whack on the phone, being mentioning me, and I kept trying to like just let it go, And as I would talk to Luce, Luce is like, "Fuck that shit. Whenever you get time, fry that nigga." And so I got back into it. Like recently, I know you see the shit going around now, right?
Yeah,
About
yeah, for
about
sure.
Whack. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
who put that in motion? Me. Because
Okay, so you're the
no,
one that
right.
shared the tweet.
I didn't share. I'm not the one that posted the video, but I'm the one that told the transmission to post the video. So I'll break it down to you. A little over a year ago, that same transmission sent me that video. And
Okay.
if you go on my Instagram, you'll see that video on my Instagram a year ago. But what I did was, you can't post nudity or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
explicit
Hmm.
like that on
Yeah,
Instagram without them flagging your account. So
yeah.
I put a shrimp emoji over the nudity, and then you see, that it's the same exact video. And what I captioned it was um, a reliable LGBTQ, member, um, you know, pretty much DM me and expose Whack for beating off to him on FaceTime, pulled over on the side of the road in his car. And nobody really at that time, nobody really paid attention
Paid attention
because
to
at
it.
this
Okay.
time, me and Wack was at war. When I say we was at war, we was at war. And what he did at that time is he recruited Loose Cannon's ex-wife, Gigi. And when Gigi hit the scene, she's the scorned, bitter woman who, wants sympathy from everybody. And, anybody with the right mind, know if you have ever been married to somebody, this is somebody that know your deep dark
Yeah,
secrets. So
yeah.
they
No, for sure.
automatically, right. So they gonna automatically
Yeah,
just
for
believe
sure.
that you know. So when she came in at that time, Whack, I was beating the whole 100 side over the head with content, bro. He would text Loose Cannon wife begging her to tell me to stop. They tried to get me locked up. They filed police reports on me, all type of shit, bro.
Yeah, I
So
remember. I remember a little bit of this because I remember. I think I had watched or I was reacting to it. I had watched the live that Gigi did, and
right.
she had called you, or you had called her, and you guys were going back and forth on
Yeah,
the
so
phone.
and he set that up, and it's crazy because before I get back into what I was saying,
Yeah,
that
go
right
ahead.
there, what you said, he tried to set me up. So what they tried to do, right? I remember like it was yesterday. Me and my daughter, we had just sat down in the living room and they had a new episode of was it The Last of Us? I think The Last of Us.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
It
I know
was
what you're
either
talking
The
about. Yeah.
Last of Us or that the House of Dragons. I think it was one of those shows that the new episode had dropped, right? And I get a text message from Gigi and she talking big shit. Now, I'm not a texting ass nigga. My wife would tell you I don't fucking text like that, bro. I'm gonna call you. So when she texts me talking big shit, talking about she got a nigga out here in Houston for me, I call her. Now, this is a whole play, and I didn't know it was a play by Whack until after everything happened. So when I call
Okay.
her and I get the like, well, tell what a nigga at? Tell the bitch ass nigga I'll go pick him up. I'll go pick him up right now. Dead homies. I get in like that, bro. I'm the nigga. You know how the niggas like, oh nigga, you come to my front door, nigga. I'm the nigga that's gonna come to your front door, nigga. That's me, and I'm
Okay.
gonna be
Nah, for
well
sure. For
prepared
sure.
for what's gonna happen,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
just what it is. So I'm telling her like, well, tell me what it to tell a nigga, get a nigga my number, tell him to give me your address, and I'll come pick him up right now. As I'm talking about beefing with the nigga, she texts me and says she had for me. She moving her mic away, her phone away from the mic because I didn't know she was live. As I'm saying this, and then she'll yell out something in the background like, "Oh, you said you was gonna unalive me," but the other word, you know, I don't want to say because you
Yeah,
ain't gonna
yeah,
say
yeah, 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 yeah. I hear you.
and like some setup shit. And I'm like, huh? And then you go to her chat, her whole chat over there, like, oh, he threatened you. And who do this? When I tell you it was a cold play, like they was trying to set me up. Because when the phone call was done, the whole ass nigga Whack text me and was like, got you. Like it was a setup. Now he was so gullible because he was believing I was saying what she was yelling out, and I never said that. And then once they went and rewound the audio after some time, niggas realized that I never said anything to her. But the community over there was rolling with that shit. I had so much backlash from that, bro. I had at least 700 people DM me, bro, the next day, talking so bad to me. You womanizer. Just nonstop, bro. My
Yeah, yeah,
DM would
yeah,
just
yeah,
keep
yeah.
going off. And when I tell you,
I mean,
whack
because
recruiting,
the picture they try to not to cut you off, but the
right,
picture they try to paint was that what I'm saying, the picture, the image that they try to put you out there as, and the narrative that they're putting out there was
right,
that you were really threatening her life and shit. But
right.
I'm gonna tell you this: when I watched the live, right, because I watched her do her own live on Streamyard, all I heard you say was, "Okay, well, tell him to come over here then." Tell
Right,
him to come
right,
over here then. Tell him to come
right,
over here then. That's all I ever heard was tell him to pull up then. Tell him to pull up. Like what it might have been a little bit of aggressive, like, yeah, well tell let him pull up then or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
it wasn't never no threats to her
Her,
though. I never
right,
heard none of that. Yeah, for
right.
sure.
And that's why that play didn't go as planned because that was the second time Wack was going to try to get me locked up, and it didn't go as planned because, like I
Okay.
said,
Yeah, yeah.
if you're gonna take that and try to report it, they're gonna thoroughly listen to that audio, and they're gonna realize that I never said anything threatening to her. You see what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit that was on, but it worked. Him recruiting Gigi, it worked, and a lot, and I kept it real with people. A lot of the shit Gigi was saying about Luce was true. The whole shit about the baby and all of that, yeah, that shit was true. But she told more lies than truth, and that's what I
Yeah.
disrespect. But people was running with it because they like this the ex-wife. We believe her. You know what I mean? And at
Okay.
that time, I couldn't really put out too much content to defend him because I was in the middle of that move. So when I was in the middle of that move and shit died down, he felt like he won. So Blood was talking a lot of shit behind the scenes. You feel me? So I got fed up with that shit. And I was like, you know what? Boom. That's when I was in somebody chat the other day. The day before the video got posted on Twitter, I was in somebody chat that day, and they had been listening to my most recent videos, and they kept telling me in the chat like, man, you keep saying you got some shit on Whack, but it's not suitable for the internet. You feel me?
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
told them, I told them in the chat, I was like, well, even when I holler at Luce about it, Luce told me don't touch it. I said, is this some shit I stay away from? I'm not gonna put no man on the internet like that. And they kept begging me. They was like, well, whatever you got, just give us something, right? So in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, well, I did try to put that video out already that the transmission exposed to me a little over a year ago, and nobody really caught it. I was like, so I wonder if I send them this, they said they was willing to put it out, if motherfuckers to pay attention. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
smart about it. I said, I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna hit the transmission up and talk to the transmission about it first before I send it out. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
what I
yeah.
did was, mind you, back when the transmission first sent me the video, after we got done communicating in DM because we was conversating about it, we exchanged numbers. And when I spoke to the transmission, I asked the transmission verbatimly, why didn't you put the video out if you sending it to me and you want me to put it out or somebody I'm affiliated with put it out?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
transmission was like, well, I don't want to do that because at that time she said that, or he, she, whatever you want to call it. I would say she because it's more of a respectable
Yeah,
thing.
it's
I know we know what it
respecting.
is,
It's a
but I say
respect
she,
thing. Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and she was saying like, well, Wack had not really did anything to her, but she was in her feelings. If you look at, and I don't know if I wound up putting it on the screen recording on my video, but that she said something like that in one of the messages. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why she didn't put it out. But she was pretty much saying like, I'm in my feelings, like I want somebody else to put it out. But I told her, I was like, I'm not gonna touch this. I won't put the whole thing out, but I'll try to like bring light to it. That's when I made the post on my Instagram, and you can go see the date. It was back in April of last year. That shit was overlooked because Gigi was trumping everything that I had going at the time. Because that's the ex-wife of Loose Cannon. Don't
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
want to
sure.
hear
Yeah,
nothing I gotta say. So now that Gigi's off the scene, I'm thinking to myself like, all right, they want a piece. I could try to, spark a light back on this. So I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
contacted the transmission. I said, look, I got like 4 people who want this video that want to expose Whack and put it out. I said, I'm gonna leave it up to you because it's your video. You sent it to me. Do you want to put it out? Because if not, I'm gonna shoot it to them. They gonna put it out. The way the transmission responded to me, yep, I wanted to do it. You can tell that whatever transpired in the last 6 7 months between them two, the transmission was ready to just come clean and say fuck it. And mind you, after reading the screenshots the transmission posted, I see why. Now those were never sent to me. I've never seen any text conversation between them, so the text between them was new to me. So when
Okay.
I read them text is when I realized that. Um, hold on, let me take a leak real quick. Hold
Go,
on.
you good? But yeah, man. So whack, man. Whack, 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 man. That's crazy, man. Um, I would say, oh yeah, shout out to Down to Earth Network, man. Down to Earth podcast with Sean Myrie and
Yeah, down to earth, they're my guys, man.
yeah, that's
But
my guys, man.
right, but
Yeah,
after reading those screenshots of the text with the tweet, that's when I realized why the transmission was, so willing to put it out when I spoke to her. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because according to them text messages, it was broken promises and it was money and shit owed. You feel me? Which I said in one of my videos that in one of the conversations I had with the transmission, she actually wrote this in the DM, but I'll actually remove that message out of the screen recording because in the paragraph she wrote when she was explaining to me that Wack has not only did that with her but with other transmission throughout the
yeah,
clubhouse on the hundred
yeah,
side community, she had mentioned other people's names in that, and I'm not the type of nigga that like to put names out like that.
yeah, yeah.
So I actually removed that out of the thread and then went with that because I'm not that type of nigga. I don't want to put nobody else in the middle of any of that shit. You feel me? So but the transmission did let me know that he has a history of this. Now, all the shit that you see going on now, and everybody going back and getting old clips and putting it together, they're like, damn, this nigga really do. You see what I'm saying? And Wack Wack is not dumb. He know how the internet works. He knows
Nah,
how it
yeah,
operates.
he do for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
What he didn't realize is I knew the internet better than him because I have a longer history. That's why it was easy for me to trump him in his 100 side. Nobody over there got the talent on the internet like I do. He just was able to find a woman. People don't understand when it comes to life, a woman is going to be believed before a nigga gonna get believed. So he finally was able to find something that worked, but it didn't work. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I just seen the No Jumper episode, with the Adam and Wax show on Sunday. Now, anybody that know Wack always want to prove his point. He always want to show shit as facts. Exposure, this who he is.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Now, before that aired, I already had said in one of my lives, like, the best thing Wack can do is just not really speak on it. You see what I'm saying? Because when you speak on shit is when you start to tell on yourself. It's kind of like
Yeah,
if you part of a crime and the police bring you downtown to question you, what do you keep your mouth closed? Because you start talking to them, boom, there it is. That's how it
no, for
works. And you're
no, for
not supposed
sure.
to say shit. So
Yeah, for sure.
boom, it airs, the premieres, and boom, he took that stance, which I knew he was gonna do. It's
Yeah, I
predictable.
watched it too. It was a real boring show, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah,
I
there was
thought
a
they were
boring
gonna
episode.
I thought they were gonna talk more. Adam kept basically saying, "Oh, was it AI or was it a fake
Well,
video?"
see,
And then
Adam knew he was lying, and Adam's responses to what he was saying was pretty much saying, "You're lying, and we want you to talk more." But Wack not dumb. But what Wack tries to do, there's a side of the internet that's gullible. There's a side that's not gullible.
that's true. That's
He
true.
knows how to wing over the gullible side, so he's good with his wordplay when he speaks, knowing that there's that gullible side and non-gullible. He even said it in that show. Like there's a side that will believe, there's a side that's not gonna believe. So
Yeah,
it is what it is. So him knowing that, he wants to wing over the gullible side by saying one of the first things I caught is the nigga try to say, well, if this video existed, then there must be a trace of me sending this video to somebody. See, nobody paid attention to that. Nobody caught that. That's not what transpired. The LGBT, the transmission told me that she screen recorded it while he was jacking off to her. I even go look at my original post from April of last year. I said it on that post. The transmission told me she screen recorded him on FaceTime. That he was FaceTiming him, or her, whatever the fuck.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And she screen recorded it. So you knew that because all your little motherfucking minions was on that post trying to defend that post over a year ago. So y'all knew what it was. But now you want to talk about some AI. Now you want to talk about there should be a trace of me sending it to somebody. There's no trace of you sending it to nobody because it was never a video to be sent. It was a screen recording from the punk when you was jacking off to him, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
That's the
looking
type
at
of
it.
shit he
Yeah,
do.
actually, it looks like you might have posted it July 31st, 2025.
Yeah, April. I keep saying April. April was when the punk first reached out to me. My bad. But yeah, July.
Yeah, it
April
says
is
right
when
here, a reliable LGBTQ source sent me footage of WAC 100 pulled over roadside, beating off to him on
on
FaceTime. There's
FaceTime.
already previous allegations of WAC being a serial meat beater. And
Thank
then
you.
it's the same exact video, bro. This is the
I know.
same.
Same
That's
exact video.
crazy.
So, and people didn't know that was I put that in motion. People was trying to figure out where the fuck did this video come from. And that's when I came out the next day, like, nigga, that was an IBM hit. And the reason why is because this bitch ass nigga, he keep talking shit behind closed doors. See, what people don't know is he still talk to Cannon.
Oh,
Cannon
I
and him
already know.
still
I
be
mean,
talking to each other.
he
And
called Cannon on an Adam and Wax show like a month ago. And they were talking on the phone.
right. He talked to him not too long ago. And Cannon told me, even Beat, they got the conversation recorded. Beather sent it to me, and the nigga on the phone, like, talking big shit, like, oh, we're the weird nigga hoodlum and woo 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 woo. That nigga woo woo. Like, why are you? I'm not even worried about you. Why are you even mentioning me? So I'm like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
you
yeah,
want
for
to keep
sure.
playing? Now I'm gonna embarrass you. Now I'm gonna show people who you really are. You see what I'm saying? And now he running from it. Nigga, if you take the stance of a video being AI that's not AI, that says it all, nigga. That video is not AI. A year ago, AI wasn't even that advanced to where you can make motherfuckers look like that and like how it is now. It didn't
Yeah.
exist back then.
It
Audio
barely,
did,
yeah,
but
yeah,
not how it is now. And like I said, who the fuck creates an AI video over a year ago and sit on that shit? Like, come on, bro. That's not how this shit work. He
yeah.
knows it. But remember,
It's not yeah, it wasn't as advanced it is now. Like now, like you could like you see all the shit they do now. Like
right,
before, like AI last year and the year before was more for like music and stuff. Like you could do more shit with music with the AI shit. Like you know how you
right,
see
because
like
the
the
voice
Drake
you
and
can change
Kendrick
like
verse
audio,
shit
right,
and
right.
all that and the audio shit. That's like all I really seen from it. Yeah.
Right, and it wasn't really around. So him taking that stance, he even had a lot of people trying to defend it because it was brought to my attention in Clubhouse because niggas wanted to holler at me about me, being the one that put that in motion. And I forgot the dude name, but well, I'm confused. He said because I supposedly heard about this video surfacing in a Discord 3 years ago, and he was like, I was part of that Discord. And he said, that video was supposedly posted in that Discord by a female he was dealing with before R&B. And when he stopped fucking with R&B, she exposed that video of him in the Discord. So I said, well, look, check this out, right? I said, you can defend it all you want to. I said, but I fuck with Discord. I know the blueprint to Discord. I've been doing this shit too long. So go get, then there should be a receipt in that Discord in one of the channels where that video was sent. It still should be there.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So I
true.
said, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Say
Because
if that Discord
the
server,
servers never
right?
go
If
away. The
that
server
Discord
rooms don't go
server
away.
is still
Yeah,
there, it should still be there. But if I give you the benefit of the doubt, let's say that the server got deleted, right? To
yeah,
where you can't get the evidence or the trace of when that video first hit, then why is your man's talking about the video as AI instead of saying, hey, when Adam asked him, hey, this video was a video, a bitch tried to, was in her feelings and she exposed me some years. Why wasn't that his response? You see what I'm saying?
that part.
Instead of saying it was AI, if this is true. And then the next day, the Adam and Wax show come on and he's still staying on the AI. So I told the dude, I said, now, because you was part of a server and they told you this happened in there, you look stupid now. Because why wouldn't the nigga just say that? Why wouldn't he just say, hey, this was a bitch in her feelings. She exposed me because I wasn't fucking with her no more. No, this nigga still stood on the video being AI. And that's what niggas don't understand. Pay attention. Even he tried to use the wordplay with the whole world star shit. So this is how he tries to throw you off. He says, well, let a major platform pick it up. I'm gonna get a bag. So in other
Yeah,
words,
yeah, I
he's
heard that.
saying
Yeah,
if they pick it up, he gonna sue. So after
yeah,
he
no,
said that, this is where he tried to manipulate you. You see what happened with World Star when they lied on me? I got a bag from them. So he's trying to make it seem like I guaranteed I'll get a bag if a major platform put it up because I'm only gonna get the bag if I'm lied on and it's not true. But that's
yeah.
not the case. What
As
it
long as it's
is
not, as long
he
as it's not factual,
right,
then I'm for sure gonna get it back.
right. Well, he'll get it back because what he don't understand is Adam caught that too. He was like, a major platform is not gonna put porn up. But anyway, say if they did, he couldn't sue for the same shit he did with World Star. He will be suing for revenge porn because that's what it
Yep,
is.
revenge
Because
porn.
if you go into a lawsuit that big for somebody putting that video up, they will analyze that video and tell you that's you. So you can't sue for that not being you, that's being a lie. You're gonna sue for revenge porn. And yes, and you will get a bag. But this is how Wack plays the
Yeah, I guess
manipulation game.
defamation of character. I guess too. I guess you could say that's defamation of
No,
character.
it ain't that can't be defamation because it's really him.
It's
Defamation would
really him.
be
It's really you, but it's
lying.
a personal situation though that you're putting out there on like on a major platform. So that's what I'm saying. It's still like a blemish to your character though.
Well, yeah, you can say that, but it will be how they present it, should I say?
You're right though.
You know,
Legally, he couldn't do defamation of character. You're
right?
right.
It would be revenge porn because they can easily put the video up and say video of Whack 100 beating off. They don't have to mention the other part.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
accurate. You can't sue for that, but you can sue for revenge porn. And that's where he tries to confuse everybody at by saying, you see what happened with World Star when they lied on me. He throws that out there to make people believe that it's a lie, but it's not.
Yeah, I
Now
mean,
I'm hearing shit today. People going to dig up the archives, bro, with these conversations he's had with transmissions within his community. And one of them I heard today told him on the motherfucking thing, "You fuck with us. You've had relationships with one of us."
is that the Peggy? Because there's this girl on. Well, I don't know if she's a trans. transgender or not, but it looked like she might be a female that's running it for a transgender. But it's an account on X. It's called like Peggy Sue or Peggy Williams or some shit like that. And
I have
she's supposed to be the same one that put out the video of him with his ass out in the air a couple years ago. And it's the
right,
same. This person's been known about like different things that he has that she could expose him for or whatever. So when you go on her page
right,
3 years ago, that video pops up. The video that you landed that you broke, basically. That
right,
same video pops up on that X page 3 years ago. So I don't know if maybe this is the same person that went in the Discord with everybody that was on the 100 side that you were
right,
talking about, because it might be the same person. Because like I said, there's an X page with that video on it. You have to go all the way back in the archives. It says 3 years ago,
right.
and that's the one that she's the one that put it out there. So I don't know if that's the same person or somebody that's working with that person. I don't know. I don't really know if it's tied in or not. But I know that's where it first got landed at, was on X 3 years ago, and then it got taken down. But for
Right.
some reason, that post supposedly never looks like it never looked like it doesn't look like it was removed at all, though. It looked like it was just on the archives of that X page. Like you guys said, keep going, scrolling all the way down, and you can
Right.
find it.
So whoever Peggy is might
Yeah.
be the motherfucker I've been communicating with the whole time.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know the transmission's real name. I don't know what the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
transmission
Yeah.
really go by, because the name I got on the Instagram account is totally different from the motherfucking Twitter post. What is it, Miss Parker or some shit?
Yeah, Miss
That's
Parker or
not the
some
name on
shit.
Instagram that
Yeah.
I got the DMs from. So obviously the transmission is using several different names, so it can be accurate. It can be the same person who's already tried to do this some time ago. I don't know.
So
I
would
don't
you?
know. I didn't know nothing about it until last year when that transmission hit me up, and I've
So would
actually
you?
spoke to the transmission on the phone.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
not for
saying?
sure.
So
But you already know that shit's solid evidence though, bro. Like you know it's not no fake shit though, because you
right,
you you had a whole conversation with the person, them breaking down like, oh, I had numerous of conversations of him talking to other transformers and whoop whoop whoop.
right.
So what I was gonna say next is, so do you think anybody, like, then this just goes for anybody in the YouTube streets, the YouTube space, do you think it's a good look for you to go back and forth with Whack 100 because your shit blows up from it?
I don't. My shit was blowing up before whack. See,
Yeah, now
this
not you. I'm just saying
right.
in general. I'm asking you because you've had run-ins with Wax. So I'm asking you if that's like a good PR move for anybody to do, to start a feud with Whack and go at it with them. You think that that's going to make their platform go up, or it's a bad look on their platform?
Well, this is how I see it. When it comes to content, you got to find your way into the algorithm, and that's
That
one
part.
thing I can say. Anything associated with whack is how a lot of these content creators are starting to get a buzz.
That's
That's
real.
fine, but that because of that, niggas like me who really got an issue with this hoe ass nigga, it's hard for me to get past that without people saying, you're only doing it because of, you know, the algorithm or the numbers that come behind putting him. No, I really got an issue with Blood, bro. It's up with Blood. He know what time it is with me, bro. This ain't no internet, just no internet shit to where people are figuring like, oh, you just using him to get on. Like I said, my numbers was huge before Whack, before when I hit the Instagram scene, when they told me to do it, I wasn't beefing with Whack. And my shit, I had 13K motherfucking followers in a month. 5 million views on my account in
Going
two,
up.
3 months. This was before going at whack. So it was never about that for me. But as far as it being a good look for new content creators, I tell them like this: do what you got to do to start building your page. If whack name in your title get you what you want, this is what people don't understand. When it comes to the internet and content, it's all about a number, bro. If you I'm not the nigga that's gonna put out videos every day. I'm not the nigga that just do content consistently like I used to do when I was streaming video games and shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't do that shit. Like I told you, I only do it to respond to this bitch ass nigga when he's smutting me or the homie. Other than that, go look at my account. I don't drop shit all the time. It's niggas that literally sit on this shit every day, all day, and drop video every 2 hours, bro. I don't get out like that. But for the people that do that, if it take for you to put whack in your shit, for you to get your bread, oh well, do it. Whack do the same thing. Whack put certain niggas and start talking about certain niggas in his shit to get numbers from it. When his shit run dry, he start talking about loose cannon again. We've already caught on
True.
to that.
That's
This is
true.
what he do, bro.
That's
So
true.
it's
I mean, with
right,
whack, it's just I try to have like one conversation with him on Clubhouse, right?
right,
I had got in the room, a little 100 side room, whatever. I raised my hand. He let me get up on the stage, and I was just asking him, like, bro, like, how come you go on no jumper and tell Adam like, oh, it's love the Dago and shit, and yeah, you trying to put out this Nick Cannon documentary about Gangster Earn for the homie's son and shit, for little Gangster Earn his son and shit. But then you go on Clubhouse and be like, oh yeah, bro, take psych meds and his mom's a whore and all this other shit and Dago
right,
soft and shit. But then when Adam asks you, like, you be like, oh yeah, I know so and so from Brims. I know so and so from Lincoln and Shaw is locked up with them. Yeah, Dago's hard. Like I shot at Dago and I was like, bro, like, what's the problem that you have with the city, bro? What's the problem that you have with my city, bro? Like, what's the problem that you have with Dago? And he's like, oh, I don't got a problem with Dago. And I was like, bro, like, but you keep saying different shit when you go on these different platforms, you be popping it, right? And he
right,
was like, oh, well, you're not nobody to tell me anything. And I was like, okay, but your ass was scared when Mitchie Slick had you just basically shitting your pants on the clubhouse room where you was like, hey, take it back what you said about the town. And you ain't gonna be allowed over here to do any type of shows unless you take the shit back because I don't know what motherfuckers get this fucked up image about San Diego, bro, but we ain't no soft type of shit, bro. We really be
right.
laying shit down. You got to ask about the Southeast. So, I mean, like, we
Oh,
really
trust
do
me,
shit
nigga.
there,
Listen,
blood.
mind you, I'm originally from LA, bro. I'm originally from Compton. I moved to Vegas when I was 13 years old, and that's when I started banging, and I started banging from Vegas. But before we moved to Vegas, I used to live in Dago. I got family from Linda Vista. I got niggas from Lincoln. Lincoln, man, listen, I got people from all over out there, bro, from the IE on down, bro. I
Okay,
got
yeah,
I
yeah.
got I got steppers out there, bro. And I keep telling niggas when I'm in Cali, niggas is with me. When I'm in Vegas, niggas is with me. When I'm in Houston, niggas is with me, bro. I got steppers no matter where I go. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Want to
that's
know who
real.
know that? Whack. That's why the nigga scared of me, bro. When I tell you that nigga is scared of me, bro, he ain't never did none of that disrespectful shit he do with other niggas to me or anybody in IBM. He firsthand seen how we get him, not just the no jumper shit. He has been with us in numerous different situations, and he know what time it is with us. He fear us, and that nigga fears us to this day. He know what time it is. Blood. That's why Blood never wanted to link with me when I was out in Vegas. That I made that nigga move out of Vegas, bro. He ain't gonna come openly say it, but he know I know why he moved out of Vegas. I put so much motherfucking heat on that nigga, bro. That nigga got up out of Vegas, nigga, out of nowhere. Everybody was just wondering what happened to Whack. Why he just moved all of a sudden? He live in a different place. That bitch ass
Yeah,
nigga moved, bro, because I got the drop on his whole ass. He knew what time it was, bro.
yeah. I remember he had a property out in Vegas and shit, and he had moved randomly and shit. I had heard
Yeah,
something about
he
that.
ain't had no property. That was R&B shit. And see, she talked too much. And mind you, when I found the location, I didn't even know who stayed at the motherfucker until R&B started texting Sharice, which is Kenan's wife, and
Yeah,
started
yeah,
telling her. She texted her like, oh, this nigga Hoodlum going too far. He posted our motherfucking house. My grandma and my niece stay here too. Like, I didn't even know the grandma and niece stayed up in the motherfucking house as well. But she was exposing that shit to Sharice because Sharice and her still had a low key relationship communicating with each other that nobody knew
okay,
about.
okay,
So she was
okay.
exposing shit to Sharice as well. And Sharice would just send the shit to me. And boom, once I hit the nigga whack, like, nigga, yeah, got you, nigga. Nigga was up out of there. Dead homies, nigga on my kids, bro. But he gonna make it seem like, nigga, we just nah, nigga. You know why you moved, bro, on my kids. He know why he got out of Vegas, nigga. That's my city, bro.
Yeah, no, that I was about to say because I was gonna ask like, damn, why did bro move out of Vegas and shit?
And
Because I remember he I didn't know it wasn't his property, but he was popping it like it was his property out there. But
right,
I do know that he has a spot in Antelope Valley though, because the homies they're supposed to pull up over there, and then we had his low and shit. We was gonna pull up and shit just to see what
right,
he was on and shit. And he stopped answering the calls, he stopped answering the FaceTimes, and then he had blocked the number and shit. But yeah, the homie from BPS and shit was about to pull up over there because
right.
he was popping it to him on the phone. And so we got Bloods low, like it's over there somewhere in Antelope Valley in the richer part by Lancaster and Palmdale in Antelope Valley, somewhere in the
Yeah,
mountains up
that's the
there.
house that they just gave to his wife.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I got the address to that house too. Dead homies. I sent it to him. I said, your daughter live in his house right now. He got the, oh nigga, you go over there fucking with her, nigga. She killing everything. Well, I'm dead homies, nigga. He knew when I got the drop on that house too, nigga. He text me hot. That nigga text me pissed off, nigga. My daughter gonna lay shit down. Woo doo woo 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 woo. Fuck your daughter, nigga.
Yeah,
That's what I'm on, nigga. You
that's
disrespecting my wife is up, nigga.
that's brazy because like it will like what's so crazy about it is, bro, is like I know real members from 2Ps, bro, that don't even know who Whack 100 is, bro. They say that,
Right,
that he's never been from 2Ps. He's never be in the hood. He's not even nobody, like he's somebody that just claimed the name and shit from other people or whatever because of his brother. His brother that
right,
passed away was a real member from 2Ps though. But like that's the thing though, bro. Like if Wack doesn't have nothing to go off of, he like okay, I'm gonna say this. What does Wack really have for himself, like as a story, bro? All he
right,
does is bite off of other people's coattails and expose people, bro. But when it comes down to it, you'll see when he'll be on the clubhouse little podcast that they have, or the
right,
little Hunted Side YouTube channel, when there's nothing else to talk about, like there's nobody to talk about, Wack has nothing to talk about, bro. If it's not talking about his artist or oh so and so got paperwork, he has nothing else to bring to the table for himself. I'm saying, bro, his
right,
image is literally just exposing other people, bro, and
right.
riding other people's coattails, bro. Like, and there's not, I don't really even know, bro. Like, what is he even famous for, bro? I remember that he used to ride around with Suge and a couple people in Death Row and shit like that. And he was a truck driver. That's
Right.
all I really know. That the OGs told me that they seen him around at a couple little events and shit like that. But he was nobody never like that though. So
Well, I
that's the
mean,
thing. Like,
he got a little, see where Wack got his little exposure from was the shit with Stitches. That's when Wack got his
okay, yeah,
first
I
true
remember that.
buzz for the internet to know who he was when he wound up knocking the nigga Stitches out. And nobody really knew who Wack was before that, even though he was around because he had been game manager for a minute at that
I
time.
mean, I seen Blood in the video before, but I didn't know who the fuck he
Well, he
was. I
was
seen him
right.
in gang
Nobody really
videos
knew
and
who he
shit. Yeah,
right.
but yeah.
Nobody knew who he was. But when the shit happened with Stitches, that's when everybody started to realize who Wack was. You know what I mean?
And
And
then
that's
he
how he
came
wound
back
up.
out. I think he came back out again when he said that disrespectful shit about Nip. Like
Nips.
basically, bro
Yep.
wasn't a legend, and oh, how are you a legend if you didn't sell all these? It's some bullshit he said on an
Right.
interview, and everybody was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And they're like,
Right.
"Oh, that's Whack 100." And then that's when you started seeing him popping it on Clubhouse. Like this is like I think like when I caught on to him was like 2019, bro.
Right.
2018, 19 is when I caught on to him, and that's like when Clubhouse first kind of started doing their shit. But yeah, he had banned me off Clubhouse, bro. He had banned my IP and shit. So I can't make another Clubhouse account, but fuck that app anyway. They don't be doing shit on there anyway. But
Yeah, that shit garbage, man. I mean, this is people don't understand. This is Clubhouse is another form of how they keep Wax name and algorithm. He's the only nigga I know that runs 24/7 rooms in Clubhouse.
I mean, he
I mean,
pays Clubhouse TV to put clips out
yeah,
all day, bro.
right. So
That's
yeah,
their
this is how
job.
he
Their
keeps
job
his.
is to clip his shit.
Right, and that's how they keep him an algorithm, and that's how they keep money rolling in. Because as long as they in there gossiping, and the Whack already has a huge following, he's gonna get numbers no matter what, no matter who. Even if people don't understand, even when you making content bad about him, he's still making money because his name is an algorithm.
Oh
So
yeah,
anything he drop, you just gonna eat off of it. And I'm prime example of that. I got shit from Instagram to YouTube that I put out a year ago, and then when something controversial has happened with Whack, I just see all my numbers start to shoot up on anything that's involving him from Instagram to
yeah.
YouTube. That's the
No, for
effect
sure.
of Whack. You see what I'm saying? So imagine what it is for somebody small like me with the content versus somebody big like him with the content. The nigga eating off that shit. You see what I'm saying? So I understand the whole concept of always running the clubhouse, but at the same time, they I'm starting to see with Clubhouse, they're literally just running stories off of anything they see now, like the shit that just happened with Kendrick and the music coming off the Apple Music and all that. Like
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
no good content no more. The only time they had really good content is when Loose started beefing with Wack. That was his biggest content. That was when shit got real. That's when shit was going up. Everybody was eating off Loose Cannon and Whack 100 and Brick Baby.
I mean, they trying to
Everybody
turn it
was.
into like YouTube kind of too because
Right.
what's it called? Because Clubhouse now you can monetize and shit after a while after you have a
Right.
certain amount of followers or whatever you can monetize. But I'll say like other than Wax side of Clubhouse is an okay app. I mean, I know some people that just be rapping on there and shit, having like little cipher rooms and different shit. Like, there's shit to do on there. It's just like, I feel like he kind of got known for that app, like, to where when you hear Clubhouse, you're like, I don't even want to fuck with that shit because that's Wax people. Wax people be on there, like the exposers be on there, like that's just literally like literally like when I got on there at first and I was talking to people on there, I was like, hey, bro, is it true that like Wack runs this app? And they're like, nah,
Right.
I mean, he doesn't, but you shouldn't talk about him because for some reason somehow your shit will get flagged or whatever. He just reports. He's a mass reporter. He does a lot of that reporting and shit like that.
Right.
But I would say like for anybody that wants to use Clubhouse, don't like have me make it so you never want to use it. I just say it's not really worth it to be on there unless you're doing like maybe like a music review or something. You paying
Right.
people to send their music in and you playing it on there or something like that. Like do it
Right.
as a business, but just be on there gossiping and shit. Nah, ain't nothing coming from that.
Yeah.
But okay, bro. Well, shit, bro. Anything else you want to tell anybody before we go, bro? And then tell them where they can find you at.
I mean, pretty much, man. Before I go, man, make sure everybody subscribe to your YouTube, man. Good looking on the interview. I know it took a while. You know, like I said, I think I explained to you when I was in the process of moving and what was
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
That's
You
what
hit me. Yeah,
started back for all.
we locked it in. I think we were supposed to lock in. Like I think it was like last year. You were telling me I'm in the process of moving and shit like that. That's when we first talked. There was like maybe like last summer or something like that. I think it's when we talked, and that's when you were like, "Oh yeah, bro, I'm gonna lock it in with you once I'm in the end of this process of moving or whatever." You cut out, gang. Were you talking or I don't? You still there? Shit. Let's see. He gonna come right back, but yeah, we gonna be on to the next one, man. We gonna come back later, do this Charleston White interview for y'all, and that 3Z Hefner interview later on too, man. But we gonna wait for bro to come back up, man, so we can give him a fair send off. Let me see. Make sure y'all go tap in with bro's channel, man. IBM HOO4lum on YouTube. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think it's IBM HOO4lum. Yeah, IBM HOO4lum on YouTube, man. Check out his content, man. Check out that Whack 100 admits to trans rumors and loose cannon and IBM. IBM HOO4lum violate him. Twitter was an IBM hit. Check that last video he put out 4 days ago, bro. And then check that live out he did too. But yeah, man, we off to the next one, man. And let's bro come right back in a second. But make sure y'all tune in, man. IBM HOO4lum on Instagram, IBM HOO4lum on YouTube, and shout out to IBM Bleezers. He said, I think Bleezers. Shout out to Down to Earth Network, man. Down to Earth Podcast, Sean Myrie and everybody up over there. Yeah, bro, we off to the next one, man. Peace. Wait, let's see if he gonna pull back up. I was gonna go peace, but let's see. Yeah, we off to the next one, man. Peace.